right, we'll talk about tomato and making eggs in just about 2 minutes. But let's check through what you see there on your ticker tape. And that's the Nigeria's FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange fixed income market. Let's take a check on where we are right now into the analysis. Afamefuna Ume is joining us from UBA Group, fixed income trader. Good afternoon. Thanks for coming through.
Yeah, good afternoon, Basham.
We appreciate that. So how has it been shaping up since yesterday's disappointment by the central bank not provided any further clarity yet at the currency side? Is this any buffets at the fixed income market?
Well, what we'll see in the fixed income market on the treasury bills, and we've seen the impact of the stop rate from the auction, where the 1 year came out 130 basis points below or where it came out the last time. And basically this has pushed the market with the liquidity in the system. We've seen a little bit of bullish run on the short end of the curve and also for the bond market as well. However, on the bond market, we've experienced a little bit of slow sort of activity as the bond dealers expecting yields to be up for an uptick in yields in the coming weeks. As regards inflation, basically, the market is already pricing in an uptick and a hike in inflation figures on the back of the unclear modalities as regards the currency from the central bank. As we also know, the FMDA, being the association for the dealers in the local currency, met with the central bank to try to see if we can get some sort of clarity. And up till now, there's not been any clarity as regards forward guidance on what would actually happen. So these has also impacted in the market, and the uncertainty is flowing through into the market as well.
Ume, we finished yesterday at the fixed income window with some very good, bullish sentiments, as it were. Market liquidity about 500 billion naira, about 433 billion.
I didn't get that, so say that again, please.
Yes, I said yesterday we've ended on a very bullish note at the fixed income window, bills and bonds, again because there was market liquidity sitting there. As that's evaporated all through for today, how would things shape up before we close the market for Friday?
No, although today we also experience the bullish one, the liquidity is still well in the system. We expect that to continue at the beginning of next week, although these funds, by the inflow of FAC and sovereign debt notes redemption by the government that inflowed into the system, we expect it to fizzle out by next week. But however, this week, as we're closing the market today, we expect the system to remain liquid and the bullish run continued, but especially on the short end of the curve. However, on the long end, there was reduced activities. So we also saw the liquidity impacting the system for the fixed income market on the short term.
Okay, Ube, we're going to ask you to enjoy your weekend and see you at the other side.
Thank you very much, bro.
Thank you. And whatever you're doing, whether you're using tomato for some delicacies or frying egg this weekend, there's a new deadly disease destroying Nigeria's tomatoes. You want to watch this report very carefully.
Taiwo Banle walks around the market in Lagos shopping for groceries. A Nigerian staple, tomatoes are at the top of her list, but Taiwo is hesitant to buy some today. Nigeria is facing a severe tomato shortage. A moth known as Tuta Absoluta has invaded tomato farms, devastating harvests. A basket of tomatoes used to cost about 3,000 naira and now cost about 27,000 naira.
Buying one tomato for 100 naira. You might as well resort to eating food that does not require tomatoes, like okra, ilalasepo, or bono, which we call akpon. You know, but it's outrageously expensive, and people are busy doing tomato festival in Spain, swimming in tomatoes. Well, God will get us there. They should do something about the situation on ground.
Farmers have lost nearly 80% of their crop. But tomato Ebola is not the only problem facing the industry. Nigeria produces 1.5 million tons of tomatoes annually, Analysts say up to 45% of the harvest perished due to a lack of reliable transport networks, poor infrastructure, and inefficiency. Most of Nigeria's fertile land also lie fallow.
We think more about production than we think about food security. And essentially what is starting to really show is that because farming is done at subsistence level, unaided by governments. The only aid government has so far given to farmers is fertilizers and all of that. Nobody talks about extension services. Nobody talks about storage and preservation. Nobody talks about access to markets. Nobody talks about yield per hectare.
For Mr. Okusaga, Nigeria needs to implement new policies to improve agriculture.
We should have a strategic tomato reserve. We should have strategic maize reserve, and ensure that staples that are consumed across Nigerian households, there are reserves for them that can meet at least one whole year's demand should there be any crisis. Because if we had a reserve, this would have been time to open the reserve to make up for the short.
Nigeria is the 14th largest producer of tomatoes in the world and the largest producer in sub-Saharan Africa.
Okay, look out for healthy tomatoes and enjoy your weekend. From all of us here at Channels Television, we say do have a great day.